Hi everyone, welcome to another review. This is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deadeye Duel 2-pack with the Senticon Kaskade and Senate Guard Autobot Javelin. You can see them there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put them off to the side real quick and look at said box. And yes, nice artwork of them, facing off against each other with the big old verses and everything. Legacy Evolution, Transformers, Hasbro, Plastic Free, Takara Tomy, all that stuff, their names. On the top you have, Deadeye Duel 2-pack. On the side you have a bit more of a Kaskade there. On this side you have the line-wide artwork. On the bottom, you have some what's included and, who manufactured, barcode, and all that stuff. And on the back, of course, you have product shots, warnings, copyrights, all that stuff. Also, one thing I want to point out is, this is really cool. I hope they do this more in the future for some of the more exclusives, which is, it opens like this. You get that whole thing, Transformers. Nothing on the top there, but you got this cool little print thing there in there and, wrapped in paper and everything. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice little presentation there. So I genuinely like that. And I hope they do that more often in the future. Of course, comes with instructions for the both of them. If you have either of these figures, because they are slight retools in one case and a somewhat more significant retool in another, you know what to do. Yeah. Not too terrible because they're both deluxes. Yeah. Kaskade and Javelin. You can see them there. Yeah. So yeah, there's pretty good looking robots, I have to say. You can see getting up close. You got here the cool little sniper sight eye thing. I'm not sure. These are from the second IDW comic series, the more recent one that just ended somewhat recently too. So I haven't read those, so I don't know anything. I just thought this was a cool set, so I didn't want to pick it up. Yeah, you can see, nice bit of detailing. You got the light blue and the, I want to say, purplish pink. I don't know. Looks a little purplish in some lights, but more pinkish in others. But yeah, looks nice. You got some nice detailing there, going all the way down. Definitely got some kibble, but yeah, it's kind of expected. Big old block of paint right there. That's a little concerning sometimes, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah, generally looks good. Javelin here, based on the Bumblebee movie RC mold. This was based on the Siege Chromia mold, which in themselves was the engineering was loosely based off the old Power of the Primes Fembot mold. Yeah, you got Javelin here, which is based on the Bumblebee movie RC, which is interesting because that doesn't happen very often. We get a Studio Series figure remolded into a legacy figure or whatever. But yeah, you can see I love this head sculpt. It's pretty much one of the big deciding factors. Was I already like this mold in general. I love this head sculpt with the weird helmeted thing with the yellow and the all that stuff. You got the silver for the face or the jaw, I guess, and the pink there and the yellow line. You got some really nice patterns here on the torso. I like that. You got that stuff. Pretty much a lot of this is still pretty much Bumblebee RC. They did remold this, a bit of a backpack, but it looks, all right, in my opinion. So, there's that. So there's the details. On mine, this one, she likes to untab herself really easily in robot mode. I don't know why, but she just likes to untab really easily at the torso. That's always fun. Mess with it too much, boop, there it goes. Also, that doesn't help when she has really stiff joints, which makes it a lot more difficult to pose her because of all that. But generally, they look good together. I believe they're supposed to be fighting each other, which hence the verses. So yeah, look pretty good together. Mine has a slight blemish or something right there in the paint. Unfortunately, very small one, but it's there. They do, of course, come with accessories. Kaskade comes with the same little, I guess they're supposed to be grenades as a Chromia did, which of course don't tab in super well anywhere, but they tell you to just kind of tab them in back here. I'm gonna do. Hopefully they don't fall out as easily as they do on Chromia, because yeah, Chromia's so far they haven't really crawled out too much unless I actually poke them directly, but Chromia's drops fall out of the drop of a hat. She also comes with a bunch of gun bits. You can see them there. This is a very shallow peg, but you can just take bits like this and plug that in like this. There's this right here. You can plug that in the end of this. Believe it's not keyed, but there's kind of a certain way it's supposed to go. If you see the ridges along this are supposed to line up. That you can have this as a bit of a snub pistol or something. There's this as well. This is a scope, or it's supposed to be a scope. Can it peg onto here? Yes, it can. You can peg on here like that if you want. So I have more of a longer gun. It is the same thing as this. This was all part of Siege Chromia as well. Or you can, do this, peg this on right here or tab this into there. Take this and Take it to the end right there. Now you have a sniper rifle. That looks nice, like that. And hers, you have this gun thing, which, you know, it can hold in the hand really easily. A couple other parts as well. These can't really be held by her anywhere, but this, of course, can tab on top of here, become a scope. And this can tab into the, peg into the end. Like so. Like that. And now, again, a rifle. Which looks vaguely like a certain Decepticon of the Decepticon Justice Division, which is interesting, but not quite. But looks pretty similar. So, yeah. Overall, it's pretty cool. You know, kind of disassembled. I wish this one did more. This one kind of does a little bit. You can do a little bit of a play pattern thing. This one doesn't do as much. On this side, this scope, because of how this tab channel's shaped, it doesn't take much for this scope to pop out because it's, you know, not only it's just open on one side. So like, yeah, it's not, doesn't take much to accidentally pop it out of its home, I guess. Doesn't take much to untab it. Really annoying because it's really easy to just, whoop, there it goes again. This one's much more secure overall, so there's that. Yeah. Overall, good looking guns, good looking figures. Like them. So opposability, I'm just going to do Kaskade first. Head, ball joint, so left, right, up, down. A little bit of tilt, not a whole lot though. Shoulders can go all the way around, although the backpack gets really in the way. Go outward that far, you have a bicep swivel as well. Elbows about 90 degrees. Wrists can go inward, which can be useful for a two-handed pose because there's still that peg, so you can get a bit of a two-handed pose if you want. Waist, there is a swivel at the waist, although, yeah, I forgot that how that worked. That comes off. I just remembered how it worked as I was grabbing it. Yeah, there is a waist swivel there, although it's kind of limited because of sculpting, unfortunately. Hips can go forward that far. It is a hinge, but doesn't really work for anything. Hips can go forward this far, back that far, outward this far. You have a swivel. Knees can only bend about this far, because actually mostly because of a tab. Get that out of the way, then they can bend a lot farther. They can bend 90 degrees if you get this out of the way. All because of one little tab. Down here at the feet, you do have forward and back. And you also have ankle tilts, which is pretty extreme. There you go. The backpack is not too much of a problem thanks to the shape of her feet. So, you know, she's not exactly super back heavy. So it doesn't take too, it's not too hard to stand her up, even if with the backpack there. A javelin, also like the Bumblebee RC, you know, so got left and right at the ball joint, you know, left and right, up and down. Not really a lot of waggle, although mine kind of likes to tilt off to the side a little bit. I don't know why. Again, arms can go do the full 360 at the shoulder, except again, backpack's in the way of that. I'll just get that out of the way. Shoulders can go outward as well. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow because of transformation and whatnot. Again, the hands can also, on this one, go inward a bit, although it looks weird. You can, I guess, adjust how these sit, you know, they're on ball joints. Waist, there is a waist swivel, unhindered on, like, you know, Kaskade there. And then you can see that the torso came untabbed for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't like to stay together. I can't tell you why. Hips, though, forward that far, backward that far, outward that far. You have a thigh swivel. Knees can bend about 90 degrees. You do have, of course, ankle tilt, which goes pretty far, but you don't have, you have that, a little bit of forward, I guess, thanks to this whole thing. You can also have a little bit of back, although click into place, and there you go. And it just came undone again because I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. It just doesn't want to stay tabbed together. And I feel like there's almost like a slot or something, like something's not lining up or something. Oh yeah, there's also weapon storage. Let's see, this one stores, how was it? Splits apart. Right, there's things on the inside here. And you can split this gun apart. And this one, the center one stores right here. The other two bits can store, see this tab here, so you know. Tab right there, and there's a slot there, there's a slot there too. slot that in, and these can kind of come over top like that, and that's stored. Torso came undone again. With her, it's just a simple case of just pegging to the back, like so. And then there's the grenade thing, or whatever they call it now. So there you go. Now, quick comparisons. The molds are based on here's Siege Chromia and Bumblebee Movie RC. You can see right here, there's pretty much the only real molding difference is the heads. And here they actually did a significant amount of remolding in the torso and head and these bits and the backpack even. A lot of that's remolded. So this one got a lot more extensive remold versus Kaskade. So there's that. So transformation. I'm going to go ahead and do, again, Kaskade first. So take the gun, put that, just unpeg that and move outside. Take these and move those off to the side as well. So here what you want to go ahead and do is take this right here, untab that, untab this, and bring that back out like that. Go ahead and take these bits, move this around, like so. Take the foot here, move that back, move this around, like so. Go ahead and tab the feet together. The legs are straightened out and tab the feet together like so. And then you can go ahead and bring this all down. This is also multiple hinges, and bring this down, bring this piece, bring that out like that, and bring this down. So, all tabbed up. This will tab in. These will slot, these slots right here will go over these tabs, and these slots right here, these tabs will go in. So make sure it's all lined up. Otherwise it's, yeah, this is the problem, is these feet don't like to stay tabbed together very easily until it's all connected. Like so. So now take the arms here, move those out of the way so you can then rotate this whole thing 180 like that. Move the arms up like so. Yeah, bring those up like so. Bring these up, they'll tab in, bring the arms back like this, and they'll tab in like that, and this will fold in at the hand. Tab it in right here, fold the hand in, the head, straight around, and then just rotate the whole thing around. That brings out the boosters like that. So, and then these bits can go in right here. There's little peg holes and pegs. Those bits can go in right there. So, actually, probably best to do it like this. That way there we go. That's better looking. And then this you can just kind of, peg in wherever, like so. Just gonna peg it right there. And there you go. That's Kaskade's vehicle mode. Now we're gonna focus on Javelin. Go ahead and take the gun bits and just kind of untab them or whatnot. Just get them off of Javelin here. Now, down here at the feet, I'm gonna go ahead and push those forward like that. Bring the foot around. Slide it out right here. Rotate it around so that tab lines up. Slide it back in. Bring it down. Same here. Bring it out. Slide the foot out. Rotate it around. Line that up. Tab it back in. Bring it down. And then go ahead and tab the wheels together right here. So they actually tab together. So, take the waist and rotate it 180. Now go ahead and take this backpack, and I want to basically explode out the torso. Like so. Bring that all like that. This straightens out right here. Go ahead and bring this forward. Bring this forward so these tabs right here go into the thighs, and there's little tabs right here which will go into the shins. Make sure that all lines up. so. So that all lines up right there. Bring this and bring this up, and this will tab into place back here like so. Take the arms, move forward, rotate the hands inward, rotate the hands inward. Again, bend the arms at the upper elbow, not the lower elbow. Then take these and rotate these around like this. These will come over, and there's little tabs right here, which will go into little slots on here and everything. And these tabs will go into these slots as well to lock it all into place. That. Now here you want to go ahead and feed the head through here like so, and then close this up over top like that. And you can take the gun bits and, you know, reassemble them, and then you can, well, peg it onto the top right here if you want, and that's storage. And there you go. That's Javelin transformed, and that's the two of them. And yeah, it's pretty much just like Siege Chromia and Bumblebee Movie RC. Although this one on mine doesn't like to stay tabbed in on one side. But yeah, you can see a lot of the same colors. You know, big, huge old canopy is that pinkish purple thing. The gun, you know, it's, you know, you don't have to put it there if you don't want to. But, you know, it's like, there's kind of where else you're going to put it, really. I mean, you can split it apart a bit and, like, yeah. But, you know, it's not a bad looking mode. You know, it's kind of that weird narrow Cybertronian car thing they were doing with Siege Chromia. You can see a lot of the robot just kind of underneath the shell. It does roll pretty decently. Nice silver wheels as well, although they're clipped on. So, yeah, it's not bad, but, you know, a lot of people are kind of, you know, this mold was already one that was very much a, I recall, got a very lukewarm reception, and I don't think this is going to change a lot of people's minds. This one, I personally prefer a lot. Overall, I prefer this figure. Although mine, unfortunately, mine seems to have just some sort of weird manufacturing error, because, like, something is, like, slightly out of alignment somewhere. Yeah, looks really good. Still, you know, it's the same as the Bumblebee Move RC. I still like how it looks. It looks weirdly enough, Bumblebee Move RC looked like movie Cybertronian, and this actually does, despite being the same mold, looks actually fairly, well, G1 Cybertronian or IDW Cybertronian, what have you. You still got the weird thing with the, you know, the hands are just kind of here looking weird, I guess. That does look a little weird, but, you know, there's nowhere to really do, nothing you really do with that. Particularly, there's not really much you can do. I guess you could kind of have this behind, you know, there, but yeah. Actually, that's alternate. That's not a bad idea, I think. Let me see. As storage goes, anyway, if you want to do that, I mean, that kind of covers things up. It looks like it's carrying, but, you know, it's not bad. So there's that, I guess. All that thing. Yeah, so the hands are just kind of exposed by default and like that. It still has the weird, you know, the kind of cool and weird, completely rimless wheel thing. It's got the cool cockpit, which on mine has a weirdly brighter spot. Like, it's like there's a paint error or something, and they try to fix it. Yeah, it looks cool. I like how this vents thing, I like these little fin details. It's got these little tiny wheels back here, but does, you know, roll pretty decently. There's a lot of friction, though, so, you know, a lot of friction. But, you know, it looks really cool. I like it. I do like how it looks, even if, you know, you can kind of see... You can see the robot bits there, but, like, they do stuff. You know, this one, like, all the robot, you know, is that thing, the complaint, which is most of the robot bits just kind of tuck away and don't really integrate into the car. Most of the car is just shell. This, you know, most of the large chunk of the car, you know, is actually the bits of the robot. You know, you got the legs here, you got the torso and everything. So, you know, it's not, you know, the most cleanest, but it does look pretty good, I feel. But, yeah, so it's between the two, I prefer Javelin, but Kaskade looks good at least. I can't recall. I can't remember what I think. My thing about Siege Chromia was like, yeah, she's fine. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I reviewed her. That was what, How many years ago was that now? That's like, what, 2018, 2019? Yeah, wow. Of course, I guess comparisons real quick. Here's, again, Siege Chromia and Mumble Movie RC. You can see, again, these two, it's the same mold. Even has the little blast effect peg. It's the exact same mold. Like, there's no real difference here. This one, you can see some pretty big differences, namely, the cockpit bits and the little side bits right here. Very different. And again, the back end looks different just because of different weapons and whatnot. So, yeah. Significant remold there. And yeah, I like Javelin. Javelin is my preferred of the two. Anyway, should you get this? I believe this is an Amazon exclusive or something like that. Or it's kind of is. I can't remember. Or it's an online exclusive regardless. I like it. But it's also based on some kind of these really minor characters in the comic, from my understanding. They're not even major characters. They're pretty minor characters. They just look cool. They are remolds of existing figures. Kaskade's pretty all right. Looks good, but, it's fairly simple transformation. It's Siege, Chromia. It's got all the baggage that had. Basically kind of almost a shell former. Kaskade, much more interesting transformation. I feel like it's generally a better looking robot. He's a better looking robot, better looking alt mode, more interesting transformation. But it is a 2-pack, so you kind of buy both. And I'm not even sure. I think they're both still available, or at least I don't think on Pulse, but I think they might still be available on Amazon. You have to double check. This is a 2-pack, so they're about $50 though. So it's about $50. It's 2 deluxes. So, and one of them's all right, one of them's really good. So it's kind of one of those things, and you're kind of stuck with both. And I don't think you're gonna have good luck trying to find someone who's going to be willing to take Kaskade off your hands by yourself, I guess. But good looking figures, but it's one of those things that, if you weren't really fans of these molds in the first place, particularly the Chromia mold, you might want to consider just go ahead and skipping this one, but it does look cool. So there's that. I like them, but unfortunately on mine, I'm not sure this is a widespread thing, but my Javelin, as much as I like it, also has some weird the torso has weird tabbing issues. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, there's that. So I like them, but mine may vary on that. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media, and it's in the description at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee, my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.